Hello and greetings everyone, and welcome to another wonderful day of StarCraft 2 Heart of the Storm, brought to you by Ascended. We're going to do the opposite of my last cast. This is my second cast in a row, and this time it is going to be a bronze level matchup for you. Upper right hand corner here on Deadwing, it's going to be our Red Terran from Clan Ashfire Gaming. It's going to be Terminator. Bottom left hand corner, from Clan MPC, it's going to be Laserbeak, the Blue Protoss. Okay, so big map. A lot of opportunity. My goodness. Can you imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 base on 9 base? How long that game could be. Oh my goodness. If you guys didn't see the Grandmasters matchup I just cast, that was Skynet versus Revolution from Seed Gaming. Go check that one out. That was pretty darn good. And I figured, let's flip the coin, let's go to bronze. Maybe we'll go to gold or arcade later, we'll see. Nevertheless, if anybody has any replays they'd like to see cast, feel free to send them to AscendedNationReplays@gmail.com. Did cross over the 150 subscriber mark on this channel, and I believe crossed over the 850 subscriber count on the other channel, which would make a grand total of 1,000. So that's pretty darn good for 2 channels, at least in my book. Obviously, there's people with like 100,000, and those people need to find their way. But one day. Meantime, here we got a nice, safe gateway. Surprise! Let's see if it goes Nexus after gates. Really doesn't look like it. No, it's not that kind of build here that he's done. But I mean, you know, putting a pylon here and a gateway here would not have been too hard to do. But Laserbeak going with the safe route, 2 pylon as simulator, very standard 1 base opener from our Protoss player. Meanwhile, we do have Terminator as well, going double racks. Like I said, usually on huge maps you see fast expanding, and neither player is doing that. Instead, we look like we might have early aggression from Terminator. I mean, you're seeing 2 racks here. SCV's moving out. He hasn't scouted yet, has he? No, okay. And door is closed. Probe got in just enough to say for sure, yes, you are here. Okay. Can you imagine if you like ran 2 SCVs really quickly, like over here, and you know, walled off this area, and he came over, so I don't, couldn't get in, darn. And the whole time your command center was like right there. How funny that would be. Ugh, I'd laugh my ass off. That would be pretty good. They're like the whole time, and then they're like, charge, do massive drop over here, and then, oh, okay, there's no base. Awkward. But it would be pretty funny if it were me anyway. I love building ninja bases. Especially if you get away with it, because then you got all that extra money. Your opponent has no idea how you're kicking their ass. And then they lose, watch the replay and go, I'm an idiot. Pretty much how it goes. Also very advantageous on these large maps. Keep that in mind again, but we are going with a very standard 4-gate. Look at that. There's even an A on the map. I wonder if that's for Ashfire Gaming. It's actually from both players. Probably not the case. But halfway done here with warp gates. But it's not like this is going to be too hard for Terminator to figure out. He's going to run into 4 gates and warp gate tech on the way. And he's going to go, oh, I'm getting 4-gated. The most popular Protoss build in history. And SCV didn't even die. Nice job. There should be a probe on the way out. There it is. And he needs to build a pylon. Where's the main? The door's there. Yeah. Well, okay. I was going to say right there. So he actually isn't too far off. I would have just tried to keep it totally out of pathing. But, okay. So he'll get that. SCV heading out. Says, okay, looks like I'm going to get 4-gated. And factory dropping a tech lab, maybe a siege tank to go ahead and try and prevent those zealots, possible stalkers, sentries. We'll see. I suspect it's going to be stalkers, primarily because of the wall off. Yeah, see, I feel like this needed to go back here. I really do, and he needs to keep this probe out of that vision. Woo! See, that's what I mean. That was way too close. I mean, he's going to pull it off, but if Terminator had done the standard with an SCV here and ran it around the back of here, ran it around the back of here, he would have spotted that without an issue. Now, ironically, we kind of have a little bit of a swap here. We got 2 Marauders, 3 Marines, going over to completely defenseless space at the moment, and Stalker's just outside his front door. A little awkward? I think so, but we'll find out ultimately. The siege tank going to be phenomenally helpful if it finishes. Looks like it, because the second warp in, it just came as he's walking up the front door. Do not shoot that pylon. Keep going. Oh, no. Well, he's got to get in here and get these two pylons. These are the critical ones right there. Alright. Stalkers have not moved. He has to not put that siege tank in siege mode. And Laserbeak seems more confused about what to do than actually doing anything. What is this? What is that? He's going to get all three Marines. And then he lost his Stalker, so he should warp in Zealots over here. I don't know why. Now they're moving back. Honestly, that was the time to attack. So, huge mistake here from Laserbeak. Way too far, way too much damage is going to be dealt. Should not have done this. But, in the end, either way, it's already been done. And one gateway is still alive. He's going to be able to save his base because Terminator did not go after... Oh, he should finish off that pylon for sure. He did not go after the workers. And so Terminator only has one worker kill. And that was that one over here when he killed that pylon. There's the scan, sees, okay. Here they come back. But he had such a huge opportunity at this doorway. Terminator was really not macroing on the back end of this. Microing, I guess, would be more accurate. Here come the pylons to repower these. Still going to have the ability for, a gate push. He took some damage. Let's see the resources lost. 2-to-1 advantage for Terminator. Natural's going down, so he's going to try and catch back up here with economy. And since he didn't lose any, that's not such a bad idea. I worry for him going up this door if a second siege tank comes out, which thus far has not happened. But if he can focus fire down that siege tank, he might be fine. It's all about, there's seriously one siege tank. One siege tank! Oh my god. Shoot the siege tank. Oh my god, he's focus firing down Marines. Oh lord. Wow. Wow. No army for Laserbeak. You have to focus fire down the siege tank. He was definitely in range, unless I'm absolutely crazy, which technically I could be, but no, the DPS there was terrible against a medevac. Oh lord, let's see how many units were lost. 14 Stalkers in a Sentry versus 5 Marines and 2 Marauders, and that's counting the attack. Oh goodness. Alright, so unfortunately for him, he is way behind. He's got his natural down. Not mining at it yet, but he does have it down. Has not warped in any additional units. And the counter to the counterattack is coming in. So unless he gets some units, or he got a mothership core, which I know he didn't. Man, really, just 0 army to 24. This is kind of silly. This is really kind of silly. I mean, Laserbeak, do not build more tech. Right now, kill the army in your base. And he leaves the game. And there you go. So Terminator's going to win that game. There's a lot of learning lessons there, and that's why this is a bronze level game. A lot of mistakes, especially on the side of Laserbeak. Number one, you're going to go for a 4-gate push. You got already 8-9 units over here, 7 Stalkers and a Sentry. You realize you're getting hit by like 5 units. Okay, don't build any more units over here for that attack, but that siege tank wasn't up, and there was only like 2 Marines and 1 Marauder. Meanwhile, you could warp in, 1 wave of Stalkers, kill off the Marines. Honestly, I would warp in a wave of Zealots. When you're playing in bronze, you're probably not going to get kited too much. So warp in that, you clean that up, you really don't lose that much. He never gets to these pylons. Then you're still fine. Now at the same time, you're moving in with the Stalker Sentry army. You get up to the top of the ramp. The siege tank's going to move a little closer because it's not sieged up, so it's not as far ranged. Stalkers pick off the 2 units, focus fire down at the supply depot, and you have an entirely different story over here. This army's killed off, small army. Warp in 1 more wave, maybe 2 Zealots and 2 Stalkers, and you probably win the game. I don't know how much detail I just put into trying to break that down, but that is what I would have seen. But then again, it is bronze, so that's why I'm giving that advice. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and as usual, catch you guys later. Peace out.